I'm Brian, a technician at Clearwater Lights. Today I'm going to show you how to program any one of our can openers on your water-cooled BMW. Before we get started, make sure the engine is running. You can make these changes in neutral with a kickstand down or on the center stand if desired, which also disables the hill assist feature. This is useful for some of the setting changes. First, I want to tell you about the factory settings, which we refer to as default in our manual. Every can opener comes preset with default settings. You can find them in our can opener manual, highlighted in red. Also, I'll be mentioning them as we go along. If at any time you'd like to change everything back to the default settings, first press and release the turn signal cancel button, then hold the left turn signal while triggering the flash to pass 6 times. I should also mention that for any feature with multiple modes, the command will cycle from first mode to last, then start over with the first again. In other words, performing a command on the last mode will bring you back to mode 1. With that said, let's start with something easy, and something you will likely use a lot. We're simply going to turn the lights off, then back on. To turn the Darla channel off, hold the turn signal to the left for 5 seconds. To turn them back on, hold the turn signal to the right for 3 seconds. The KES channel is where the Krista, Erica, or Savina lights are connected. To turn this channel off, hold the turn signal cancel in for 2 seconds. To turn them on, hold the turn signal cancel in again for 2 seconds. Pretty simple, right? Now let's dim the lights. To dim the Darla channel, first press and release the turn signal cancel, then hold the wonder wheel to the left for 2 seconds. The lights will then flash to let you know you're in the dimming mode. Now rotate the wonder wheel forward and back to dim the lights up and down in 10% increments. Pressing and releasing the turn signal cancel once more will save that setting and exit the dimming mode. To dim the KES channel, do the same as the Darla channel, but hold the wonder wheel to the right instead. If you adjust the lights with enough ambient light, that setting will be saved for day use. If you adjust the lights at night or with something covering the instrument cluster, that setting will be saved for night use. The can opener will read from the CAN bus the amount of available ambient light, allowing the lights to auto-adjust between the two settings based on day or nighttime settings. Now, let's change the high beam mode. There are 3 high beam mode settings, depending on what you want. First, mode 1 is as long as the lights are on in low beam, they will go to high beam with the bike. The second mode, which is the default setting, causes the lights to operate in high beam whether they are turned on or not. Finally, mode 3 is the same as mode 2, but after triggering the flash to pass 3 times, the lights will strobe for 2 seconds, adding additional caution to oncoming traffic. Now this may seem a little tricky, but it's pretty easy once you get used to it. To change between the modes, press and release the turn signal cancel, then hold the front brake while triggering the flash to pass 5 times. The first time you do this will take you to mode 3, since the default was mode 2. Repeat the procedure to shift the programming to mode 1, and so on. Okay, next is the horn setting modes. There are 3 horn setting modes. Mode 1, our lights will not do anything when pressing the horn. Mode 2, which is the default setting, is when our lights will go to high beam for the duration of the horn. Finally, mode 3, our lights will strobe for the duration of the horn. To change these modes, press and release the turn signal cancel, then hold the front brake lever while pressing and releasing the turn signal cancel 5 times. At this time, I would like to mention that any command using multiple front brake lever pulls requires a bit of precision. The timing and of the pulling, releasing, and how hard you pull the brake lever is essential. It will not work if you do it too fast, too slow. Also, if you pull the brake lever too hard, you may activate the hill assist and throw off the count. All right, next let's turn on the hazard flashing. Mode 1 is off, which is the default setting. Mode 2 is on. To enable this feature, you will need to press and release the turn signal cancel once, then hold the hazard button down while pulling the front brake lever 5 times. Again, timing of this is crucial. So depending on your version of CANopener, things can be a little different. If your CANopener is version 2.0 or newer, the lights will strobe whenever you hit the hazards after entering mode 2. Now, if your CANopener is version 1.9 or older, you will have to hold down the hazard button for the duration of which you want our lights to flash. Next, let's turn on the turn signal dimming feature. This will have them dim to the lowest setting. This is a great feature for those who want our lights to dim for better turn signal visibility by oncoming traffic. Notice this feature is only offered on CANopener version 2.0 and up. Mode 1 is off. This is the default setting. Mode 2 is on. To activate the turn signal dimming mode, press and release the turn signal cancel, then hold the turn signal to the right while pulling the front brake lever 5 times. Remember, timing and pressure on the brake matters, so keep that in mind. The Billie brake light is also customizable, so let's do that next. After completing a mode change, the light will flash 2 to 4 times based on its mode, with the exception of mode 1 where it will simply be off. There are 4 modes for the Billie brake light. Mode 1 is off, meaning it won't work at all. Mode 2, which is the default setting, operates the same as your factory brake and tail light. Mode 3 we call California flashing mode. This mode will cause the brake light to flash 4 times when letting off the throttle or braking before going full solid. Then finally, mode 4 is the speed sensitive mode. This is where the harder you brake, the faster the flash rate. It also continues to flash all the way down to 5 miles per hour. Now keep in mind that all of the flashing modes only work above 5 miles per hour. This is to prevent any annoyance to those behind you in stop and go traffic. To change the brake light mode, you will need to press and release the turn signal cancel, then pull the brake lever 5 times. Again, timing and pressure of this is crucial. You can also dim the Billie brake light if desired. You have 2 functions you can control: braking light and the running light intensity levels. To dim the Billie, press and release the turn signal cancel button, then pull in the front brake. Then hold the wonder wheel to the right for 2 seconds. The lights will flash twice, indicating you have entered the dimming mode. Continue holding the brake lever and then simply rotate the wonder wheel up and down to achieve the desired level. That's going to program the brake section of it. Then you're going to release the lever and rotate the wheel for the running tail light level. Finally, pressing and releasing the turn signal cancel once more will save that setting and exit the dimming mode. Now I'm going to show you the inertial braking sensitivity modes. There are 3 modes of sensitivity for this feature. Mode 1 is off, which is default for CANopener version 1.9 and lower. Mode 2 is set to low sensitivity. Mode 3 is high sensitivity, which is default for CANopener version 1.91 and higher. Now in modes 2 and 3, the brake light will automatically engage when the deceleration of the bike reaches a certain threshold value, also known as engine braking. To change these modes, you will need to press and release the turn signal cancel, then press and release the rear foot brake 5 times. When the Billie brake light is in mode 2 and 3, a stationary brake flash can be generated to warn vehicles behind you that you're there. This function is only offered on CANopener version 1.82 and higher. If you want the Billie light to flash while the bike is stationary, a 4-flash burst can be generated by pulling the front brake lever twice and holding it. If the rider is already holding the brake, releasing and holding it again will activate 4 flashes. Okay, that completes the tutorial on the Clearwater lights and the CANopener. We are really happy with the functionality of the CANopener, especially how it doesn't require a computer to program it. This video, along with the cheat sheet found on page 1 of the CANopener manual, is all you need to get comfortable making changes on the fly as you feel necessary. Thanks for watching. We hope this helps you benefit from all the great features provided in the Clearwater system. Thank you for trusting us with your lighting needs and by being a Clearwater customer.